Hey guys, it's your girl Royalty and we're back with another video. Today I am going to tell you how to avoid being scammed as an upcoming model or actress. I've been in the modeling industry and acting industry for about 3-4 years now. You guys might have seen me. I know what it is to get scammed or how to look out for potential scams because guess what? It's happened to me. It happens to a bunch of people all the time and I want to help people avoid it. I know what I'm talking about. And you guys can just ask me any questions, information for people who want to get started in the acting or modeling industry because guess what? I have written a book, and when I tell you I've put absolutely my heart, soul, and every piece of my being into this book, I mean it. 100 pages long. It is a 9x5 book. See, there's me on the back copy. It's called Thinking Like a Model. You can search up Thinking Like a Model How To, Amazon or Barnes& Nobles to be able to get your copy. Everything such as legalities, color palette, acting reels, comp cards, everything that you need to know to ever get started in the modeling or acting industry is in this book. A lot of this stuff is gate kept. I will be completely honest with you. And that's not something I like to do regardless of what I'm doing. I don't like to hold people from the game. When I tell you that this literally has everything you'll ever need, models, actors, designers, music artists in this book, advice and everything. After writing on it, I sat on it for another 6 months and I just continue to ask fellow people in the industry what they thought about it, if there was anything that was missing. So this is going to be a part of my series that I have where I just show people how to get into the acting or modeling industry and just basically put them on game and show them everything I've learned to avoid my mistakes and to be successful. Let's dive into the video. This episode is beware of scams, how to spot them, how to avoid them, and how to stay true to your work. The first tip I would give, which is honestly the most important one, is to never pay for work. I cannot stress this enough, where modeling agencies or acting agencies want you to pay for their classes or courses or marketing materials to be able to work with them. And that is not okay, you guys. If you are with a modeling agency and they want to work with you and they want you under their belt, they provide everything from comp cards, classes, and everything you need, marketing materials to be able to be successful. And I know this comes to say there are some casting agencies, like for example, if I can remember the name of it, I will put it right here, but they are very famous for working with big productions such as Disney, where they require you to go through these interview processes just for them to tell you, hey, look, we want to work with you, but you are just not at the level that you need to be at. So pay $500, pay $1,000 and take these classes, whether it be online or in person, and then we can hire you for jobs. And there are some people where they won't take you, and then on top of that, where you're just ready to go. So honestly, keep that in mind. I encountered that with this agency when I was first starting off, and I basically said, like, I'm not going to pay for your classes. I knew better than to pay for work, especially because I had already been scammed. And if you guys want to hear that story, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell notifications because that video will be coming out soon. And on top of it, it's already in the book in detail, as well as other stories from people. If you guys are interested, again, be sure to check that out. Also, when it comes to not paying, you shouldn't have to put a deposit to work. That is one of the scam stories that I have there on my end. A casting agency did say that I had to pay a certain amount to be able to begin to work with them, that I was going to get reimbursed the money. Honestly, looking back at it now, I know that that was just big red flags everywhere, but when I was just starting off, I wasn't sure. I didn't have any mentors. I really just dove into this self by myself when I was about 17, 18 years old. When you are working with companies, you should not be buying their products to review them for payment. If a company wants to work with you, whether it's to review clothing line for any big retail company or if it's to review a product, they should be providing the product. You should not be paying shipping, and on top of that, they should be paying you for your work, whether it's pictures, a video review, or anything like that. The only exception I would say for this is, for example, you've been casted for something, especially if it's like extra work, like TV, music video, production set, runway specifically says, hey, this is the look, cargo, streetwear, whatever that it is, and you bring multiple outfits, what you already have in your closet, then that is the exception. On top of that, if they ask you to bring clothes, be hair and makeup ready, especially that is very common for extras. Let me tell you, most of the time as extras, you will not be provided clothes. You might have to do your own makeup and you might have to do your own hair. For example, when I was on Love and Hip Hop with the City Girls, I was an extra. Even though a lot of girls did bring their own outfits, I was provided an outfit and also was touched up on with makeup and hair, but the majority of the time that's not the case. Unless you are a speaking role character or just in general a main character that's going to be visible on camera a lot, then sometimes you're just there to fill up space. This is a big one. When you start putting out your contact information, whether networks or just on social media, you are bound to get calls. You're bound to get text messages. You are bound to get emails of people trying to hire you for certain jobs. Keep in mind, if the job sounds too good to be true, most likely it is too good to be true, especially if you guys have little to no experience, you are not signed under a big agency, and even if you were, they would be contacting your managers the majority of the time. For example, a lot of the emails that we tend to get are, hey, I want you to work for this job for thousands of amount. You will be flown out, you'll be taken care of, food, lodge, everything, and you've never heard of this company. You go to Google them and you can't find them, or you go to Google them and there's a bunch of reviews that they're scammers. Like, honestly, avoid it. Another famous one is that they'll send you a check for a high amount and then you have to deposit it and use that to basically pay for things that you need, whether it be the clothing, food, or lodging. That's also another scam. Be sure to look out for that. That happens already on everyday social media when it comes to like artwork and stuff like that. I get that all the time on Instagram. So make sure you guys filter out your scams, block the people. Also check out the Model Alliance support or their database to be able to know if this is a company that is reputable. If they're a huge company, definitely they'll be on IMDb, and I can talk a little bit more about what that is in another video. It just shows that they are reputable, somebody that you can trust to work with. They're well known in the industry. They have done a bunch of products and you're gonna get paid. Everything that's stated in your agreement is gonna be honored and stuff like that. You're not gonna get IMDb stuff when it comes to people, let's say Fulano, who is doing a music video in the middle of Hialeah, or Margaret that's doing a video in a beauty shop. Like, you're majority of the time not gonna have any contract. It'll be verbal agreements, it'll be text messages, phone calls, and certain things like that, and you just either have to take their word for it or just accept a deposit. Smaller productions do tend to pay either cash directly after your work, or you do end up getting a direct deposit for the bigger ones like TV shows or checks or stuff like that. And if you are unsure whether a company is reputable, don't go alone ever and ask around. That's such an important thing that people do not understand and seem to take super lightly. Your safety is your number one most priority. There's been a bunch of horror stories from people I know, and overall in general, just from the whole industry. When you go alone places and you are not sure about somebody's reputation and stuff like that, you put yourself in places that you don't need to go to. Really, guys, if you guys don't know, ask around. My DMs are always open, especially if you are in the Miami area. I am pretty well connected out here and know the people that are local, but also whether it's LA, Atlanta, New York, which are your other big ones. Find people in that area you can ask around, or just honestly, if you're unsure, don't go alone. Another tip that's super important for girls that are interested in getting signed, a lot of people think that, oh my god, it's like gonna be amazing, it's gonna be awesome, my dreams of being a model are gonna just happen. Don't think of it like that, because whether you're a music artist, you're an actor, you're a model, or honestly working in any job in the world, you guys need to read your contracts. There's a lot of people that are not good people that will take advantage of you, and agencies should not be taking more than 20%. And I think personally that's on the higher end, unless they're providing you jobs absolutely constantly, doing an immaculate job, getting you high-end jobs, then I don't believe that they should be taking that amount. Look over your contracts with a lawyer, and if you can afford one, do some research, try to see if there are any free lawyers or some type of resource that be able to have somebody look at it, because you want to ask these questions that are super duper important. Like, are you able to deny a job? Or does your contract state that whatever job that you're booked through this agency, you have to go to, or your contract is voided? This becomes a problem when people are asked to take illicit photos of you, things that you might not be comfortable in doing, whether it's a pose, whether it's the clothing, whether it's the way that you are styled. I completely understand that when you do a photo shoot or any type of content, you're in the view, you're the muse for your designer, you're the muse for your makeup artist, you're the muse for the director, but at the same time, you are your own muse and you need to take care of your reputation. If you guys are not comfortable with something, your contract should state that you are able to decline jobs. Also, more importantly too, if you guys plan on doing any body modifications, whether that's changing your hair, like dyeing it from red to black to blonde, you need permission from your agency. A lot of the times, yes, but is that something that you're even able to do? Can you get piercings? Can you get tattoos? Does that void your contract entirely? Whether you choose to be pregnant, is that something that you have to ask permission for your agency for? And how will you guys be getting paid? How do they take their payment? Is that something where all the money goes through them and then they pay themselves and then pay you? Or is that responsibility left onto you to be able to pay your manager? These are questions that you just need to ask. And this is like a quick little informational video on just how to avoid being scammed. It happens so often, more than you think, and you just have to be careful. When you're starting out, you don't know people in the industry. You are just going off of somebody who recommended you, or somebody that's coming into your life, or somebody you reached out to. Until you have really stepped your foot in the door, which is something that I help so many men and women of all ages, whether you are a parent that's wanting to introduce their child into modeling and acting, which is honestly, let me tell you, such a beautiful thing and the best thing that you can do, because mind you, Zendaya, Selena, Justin Bieber, Taylor Lautner, these are all kids that have started off small and have grown through like a bunch of channels and grown into something bigger. All types of models and actors for movies, from seniors that do all types of things, to plus size models, to sumo wrestlers, to fire breathers, to people who do acrobatics. There is always some type of niche or like casting that you can look for, and I think that's what's super beautiful and changing about this industry. Every city is known for different things. You have Miami, which is known for swim week, bikini shoots. You have LA, which are your movies, your TV shows. New York, which is your high fashion, your runways, and Atlanta, which is also your TV shows. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely let me know you guys enjoyed this, because I feel like this is a really big passion of mine, and I would just love to come on here and show people how I got started in this industry, how I continue in it, and how to thrive. Have any questions or just want to see a certain topic, definitely leave them in the comments down below and I can get back to you. So without further ado,